Hello, this is Sounodut here, and welcome back to Model Kit Monday. It has been a while, and I deeply apologize for the delays, but we are finally taking a look at MG Figurerise Barnaby Brooks Jr. A few weeks ago, I reviewed the MG Figurerise Wild Tiger, and it's finally time to partner up Tiger and Bunny. But before we do that, I do want to fix a couple things that I missed in my Wild Tiger review. The first being, these guys do include Waterslide Decals. So if you do like water slides and want a cleaner look, you can use these instead of the regular decals that were included. So they do give you an option with this, which is really awesome. I think that that's a great function, is to have options with your stickers, especially with the master grade kits, because some people want to go through the extra work to make it look cleaner with the water slides, but for me, I just use the decals. So there is that. And secondly, I wanted to show off the boxes because I was able to track the boxes down. So here are the boxes for MG Figurerise Wild Tiger and Barnaby Brooks Jr. These boxes are huge because they're master grades, and they had a lot of parts, so you can see the box is quite large, as being quite tall. And this is probably how you see them most when you're looking for them on websites, especially Japanese sites that are selling them when they're previously owned. You're probably going to see the box more than you're going to see the figure because it's not built yet. And you also notice that when you put the two side by side, this was the first release and was the second release, you get this nice picture with stern build connecting back there, which I thought was really, really cool. These were always meant to be a pair. They weren't going to make one without the other, and they weren't going to make anybody beyond this, but there is room to expand a picture if they had. And overall, I gotta say, this looks really sharp with the connected image between the two, especially we got one unmasked face on either side. The two of them in the middle are posed to correspond with each other, which is really cool. Plus, the master grade logo, as this MG Figurerise. So yes, I remember someone commented on one of my real grade reviews and said, you should review master grades sometime, and so here you are. I'm reviewing master grades. So anyways, there are the boxes for Tiger and Barnaby, and since we already reviewed Tiger, let's look at Barnaby. So here is Barnaby. Now Barnaby is Bunny in the title of Tiger and Bunny because he has long pointy ears and he hops around a lot. It is a nickname, it's not his official hero name. His official hero name is Barnaby Brooks Jr., which is also his real name. Now this kit is really sharp. I think I like it a little bit more than Tiger, and I kind of like the Bunny suit more than I do the Tiger suit, just because it's a lot slimmer and sleeker. And gives off a nice design here. You can see little things like a little emblem, the bunny emblem here on his chest is there, as well as his Bandai logos. I opted to do the Amazon.co.jp and Crusade version instead of the double Crusade logo, just because he was seen more with the Amazon logo. As you can see up here on his head, a lot of stickers to get all that detail to come out. And there is the water slide option for those that would like it. And you can see overall the kit is really nice. Now he has the same articulation as Wild Tiger, and you can check out Wild Tiger's review. I did it a couple weeks ago. It's the last episode of Model Kit Monday, so I won't really need to cover the articulation here. Instead, let's take a look at what this guy does new, which includes new hands. You get a couple classic pose hands, and these are just standard hands that he uses for posing and saluting people and charming ladies and such. You get a set of them, which is pretty nice. It's something the figure art didn't include right off the bat. You had to buy the Barnaby Brooks Jr. Darkness version in order to get those hands. So it's pretty neat that those are included. You also get these pretty cool open hands. They're perfect for catching falling tigers. They're actually advertised as such, which is kind of amusing, I gotta say. I mean, don't believe me, it's right here in the book. You flip to the color section, it's like, look, you can catch tiger. Anyways, that is a thing. Barnaby also includes a hand I have no idea what to do with. It's open to hold something. Maybe a H01 gun that was never made. Whatever it is, it's not advertised in the book. There's a brief little word about it, and I don't really know what it is here. So we'll just put it off to the side. You also do get this little piece here, and this piece is to fill in the spot for Barnaby's stand. Tiger has one too, and they're very easy to drop, like I just did. And problem solved. Here we go. just plug that in. I'm trying to put it in upside down. That's probably why it fell out. But yes, they do have these plugs to go in their backs for the stands. Speaking of stands, he has the same one Tiger came with, which is awesome. It just doesn't fit him as well, for whatever reason. But it does hold his good luck mode leg perfectly. This thing is massive too. It's just a giant, leg. But as you can see, the stand holds it up perfectly, and he is well attached so he doesn't fall over, which is great. And I gotta say, the good luck mode leg is cool. I love that these kits came with these gigantic limbs, because they're even bigger here than they are on the figure art. And it's actually articulated. It's got a ball joint foot down here. Kind of hard to move, but it does pair well with Wild Tiger and his good luck mode fist. So you do have the Lucky Tiger Claw and the Lucky Rabbit's Foot ready to beat something. And I have nothing else in the scale to actually have them fight. But they are really cool together, especially since they both are stand compatible, which is almost necessary considering how large they are. Just like with Wild Tiger, Barnaby has an open face. You can install an alternate face piece, which is not a new head. It is a completely different set of parts that you replace aspects of the Barnaby mask. And it looks okay. Just like with Tiger, it doesn't really look like the character. And it is a cool idea. I like being able to do this within one figure instead of having to track down a prize item figure art, because Bandai are jerks sometimes. This really could have been better, and I think the problem is the sculpts in the face are just straight-lined, no expressions. These characters are very expressive, especially Tiger, and the fact they have no expressions is, it just doesn't really work too well. But it is a neat inclusion, and I do think that it's awesome that it's built in like this. I just wish their faces were better, because I'm just going to leave them with their faces closed. As I mentioned in my Wild Tiger review, the parts are treated to glow under black light, so it looks like Wild Tiger is activated as 100 power. The effect doesn't seem to have been replicated for Barnaby Brooks Jr., however, which is unfortunate, but it does look really cool on Tiger, and I wanted to show it off here. Overall, MG Figurerise Barnaby Brooks Jr. is fantastic. I really like this kit overall, and I gotta say that it really does a whole lot for your money, especially since this guy's not going for very much on the Japanese aftermarket. He's especially good when he's paired with MG Figurerise Wild Tiger. These two work so well as a pair of figures that I'm glad both were made. It took a while for the, the Perfect Model line to have a Barnaby Brooks Jr. to go with Tiger, and some Barnabys were never made to match the Tigers. But here we are. We have MG Figurerise, Wild Tiger, and Barnaby Brooks Jr., who I think are better than their figure arts in what they can do and everything that is pulled off. And I gotta say that having them both, and I've had them for years, is really great. And I'd highly recommend, if you are interested in one or both of these, to get them. They are really great kits. Now, there is one other MG Figurerise kit for Tiger and Bunny, and that is the prototype Barnaby from episode 1. This is the web shop exclusive, and that's about it. I never got that, and I don't feel like I need to get that. There's no Top Mag Tiger, so why do I need a prototype Bunny? And that's pretty much it. This is all for Tiger and Bunny model kits that I own. There were a few Figurerise 6 releases of Tiger and Bunny, along with their bike, the Double Chaser, and I might pick those up at some point, but for now, this is it for Tiger and Bunny model kits. I am by no means done with Tiger and Bunny reviews. Stay tuned later this summer, as we're going to have a bit of an event related to Tiger and Bunny coming up here on Soundout 12. So stay tuned for that, but until next time, be sure to check out HeroTaku.com for all of your Tiger and Bunny news, whenever any may happen, and be sure to subscribe to Soundout 12 for Model Kit Monday, Soundout's Toy Chest Thursday, and the Soundout Review Saturday, which are my 3 review shows here on this channel. Anyways, till next time, saying goodbye.